Welcome to this week's edition of The Gun Doctor. Congressman Henry Cuellar introduced House Bill 4055 that restricts the tradition of home-building firearms for personal use and also bans most existing home-built firearms. The bill had not been assigned to a committee yet, but is one to keep our eye on. According to an NRA article, House Bill 4055 imposes requirements that far exceed those in federal law. Current federal law does not require private individuals to apply serial numbers to firearms they make themselves for personal use. HB 4055 bans making or possessing these firearms without serializing them and specifically bans private individuals from making firearms by 3D printing. It also criminalizes the distribution of computer code containing designs that can be used to 3D print firearms, unless the recipient has a FOID and goes through the same record-keeping requirements needed for a real physical firearm, and further requires a FOID to possess or receive certain unregulated components commonly used by hobbyists to make their own firearms. And not to be outdone by the House, Senate Democrats introduced legislation that would ban 205 assault weapons just hours after the House passed two other gun control bills. Senator Dianne Feinstein of California named the legislation Assault Weapons Ban of 2021, which would outlaw magazines capable of holding more than 10 rounds and is co-sponsored by 34 other Senate Democrats. According to a press release, Feinstein says the bill bans any assault weapon with the capacity to utilize a magazine that is not a fixed ammunition magazine and has one or more military characteristics, including a pistol grip, a forward grip, a barrel shroud, a threaded barrel, or a folding or telescoping stock. Some of the firearms listed in the proposed ban are all AR types, all Uzi types, and the Beretta CX4 Sig Sauer P556 pistol, as well as belt-fed semi-autos. Current owners of the assault weapons listed in the legislation would be allowed to keep them, but any private transfers would require an FBI background check prior to receiving the firearm. Additionally, the bill prohibits bump stocks, which have already been illegal since March of 2019. Despite the Department of Justice issuing a report in 2004 stating that the assault weapons ban from 1994 did not actually reduce crime, Democrats seem unfazed in their assault on the Second Amendment. The report noted that the assault weapons were rarely used in gun crimes before the ban. Should it be renewed, the ban's effect on gun violence are likely to be small at best and perhaps too small for reliable measurement, according to the report. We reported last week on the House passing the Bipartisan Background Checks Act of 2021, H.R. 8, that would criminalize private gun sales conducted with a background check. Congress also voted in favor of the Enhanced Background Checks Act, a bill that would allow the FBI to put a hold on transferring a firearm for a minimum of 10 days and up to 30 days rather than the 3 days currently allowed by law. It seems that anti-gun legislation is what's hot in Washington right now. You can also find out what's hot and what's not at Smoke and Gun Works. View the area's largest selection of firearms and accessories at Smoke and Gun Works. Smoke and Gun Works, where you can shoot, shop, and train. Smoke and Gun Works, 8785 North Baileyville Road, Forreston, Illinois. For The Gun Doctor, I'm Tim Bivens.